everybody has a deposit of different talent. The one you should first of all pick is the most consistent one. Which one is the most consistent? To the child that is lying, we will say that he doesn't need that ability in the future. Abi? That's what we say. But like I said here, everything is valuable. They are looking at it that the supremacy of God was distributed in so many parts. These parts or pieces is what we now call people. Remember when God, when the Bible was talking about that we are the salt of the earth and the light of the world. That is simply what that means. So the supremacy of God was splitted into different pieces, which we now call people. So that is that everybody carry a level of supremacy. And what is supremacy? Supremacy is basically, let us say, the highest level of power. So everybody carries a height of solution, a height of power to solve a particular problem. If that's the case, that everybody is having this, that means that simply can say everybody is good at something. You are very, very good at something. You might want to call it talents, gifts. They call it superpower in training. What do I mean there is to call it? However, you see, this, everybody has this. What you might be undermining as your gift, your talent, is actually a level of God's supremacy. What we might actually casually call talents, gifts, grace, ability, is actually what we call supremacy, a value of God. It's the see it as what we call a part of God. Okay, let me use an analogy. You remember all this Greek, what they used to call them? Greek mythology, the gods. So each god has a specific thing that they are good at. Give me one of them. Yes, we have Thor or Zeus. But you know that's how Greek carried Jesus. Zeus. Say Ponder. Which one again is there? Athena, the god of wisdom, god of war. Hermes, who has super speed. And they now converted all these things to superhero. We have major superhero for me. Flash, and man, we have Flash who has super speed and everything like that. Is actually just an idea, a concept of actually this that came from God. God has bestowed himself onto us in a level. Let us say God is fast. He has speed. He can control time speed. So we see that in, let us say, Usain Bolt, who carries the ability of God to run very fast. We can say that God is wise, and we see this in King Solomon. And by the way, this speed is, Usain Bolt is not the only one that was given. Different people, everybody can run, just that some people are faster than one another. So even these abilities are given at degrees. Wisdom is not only Solomon that has it. It's given what at different degrees, different levels. So what we need to now do is to find out the deposit of God in our life. And we must start with the most consistent and most useful. Why am I pointing this out? One of the problems that people have is that everybody has multiple talent. I can draw, I can trek. Trekking is an ability. Honestly speaking, I can't trek too long. But and some people are gifted. There's people who are based in Unilag. They are gifted. It's like God. It's like that's their headquarters. Trekkers. The university for trekkers. Anyways, everybody has different ability. But now, we might have many abilities, but which one is the most consistent and the most useful at the given space that we are in? So, I remember when I was younger, I realized one thing. I like to draw. Like, I had different art book. I'll draw, I'll crayon, I'll do different kind of a thing. And I also realized one thing. I was cunning. I was very cunning. Like, I was cunning. If I want to tell a lie, I know the lie to back it up. So, before you approach me, I have like 5 lies. So, one is the main lie. The other 4 is to back up the lie. So that at the end of the day, you remember I'm lying. That's creative. So there was an ability to draw. There was an ability to be cunning, to tell lies. They are abilities, trust me. They are all abilities. And God is now, they all came from God. No, and I'll tell you how they came from God. It is the usefulness, which is where I'm going, that we need to go. Because when something is consistent in our life, it needs to be defined. And I want you to pay attention to this one very carefully. It needs to be defined. In the sense that, now, somebody can draw and somebody can tell lies. Because sometimes when we see somebody that can tell lies and they're very good at it, we try to beat them and we try to tell them, don't lie again. No, I'm not saying that they should keep lying. It's good to tell them don't lie again. But we should pay attention not to the usefulness of the ability. Something is consistent. I could draw, I could tell lie. If we were to define this ability, what would we call it? Creative ability. It's a creative ability. The ability to tell lie is a creative ability. How many of you have lied before? When you wanted to tell that lie, did you think about it? Or did it just happen? Thought about it, Abi. But you see, for you not to think that deep, it shows the overflow of your creative ability. Like, it's the thing just came, like strategy. Now, this ability to draw now made me to come. I'm still going to come there, but it brought me into graphics. This one brought me into strategy. And you now see that you are seeing an ability that is consistent. Why is this child always telling a lie? It is the root ability trying to show forth itself. But the way it is being used is like, Divine can lie. My God, that guy can lie. And instead of us to gather around to gossip about God Divine, we should be able to identify and define something for Divine. Like, Divine, we notice that there's a consistent ability for you to lie. Let's define it. Anything that you are creating as a funny ability, it shows your ability to create. It means, Divine, you are a creative. Not creative. Not sick. Not creative. You're creative. Now, if you're a creative, it now shows something. Now, let's now go to usefulness. They've been able to define it. Like, oh, divine is a creative. Because that the way he's using his creative ability is negative to our culture. Because to some culture, you're not telling the lie. You're like, for instance, right now, your lying ability is useful for the CIA. But it's not useful for your parents, because so your parents, they're like, you're a bad boy. But to CIA, you're a good agent. Fire. If you can lie, you can keep secrets. If you can lie, you can do this job very well. We need you to be cunning. For the devil, you're a good guy. In fact, you're a good worker. Because you need to tell lies. But to your parents, to those who are moralistic, they will define you to be a bad person. So now, usefulness will now tell you that instead of you being cunning, why don't you start creating strategies? But let's be honest. If I tell you right now, because I know many of you have watched too many movies, whether love movie or not, to plan an accident in your mind, you know it's very easy. Just think about it. If you want to cause an accident now, and I'll give you 15 seconds. Let's see the fastest movie. Done. Yeah. You see, what you hear the word, you strategized an accident. Can you see you're a strategist? So people like you should not be saying I'm confused. If you can plan an accident in a split second, all your strategy. See? Now, what you did was you strategized an accident. But you know that same ability, you can bring it into business, into family. You create strategy. You know, there was a part of the Bible that, got me so intrigued. There was a friend that first told me about this in Genesis, then I read it as well. About Jubal. Jubal was the first recorded instrumentalist in the Bible. The Bible said Jubal was cunning on his instruments. Another word, he was extremely skillful. Have you seen some instrument that is very, very hard to play? And you're seeing somebody that is nailing it. One of the instruments that I know that might be challenging for some people is being a bass guitar. And bass guitar, you're supposed to be, imputing it at some intervals. There's a way to play it. But imagine someone playing bass guitar as an acoustic guitar. I've seen it before. Man, so when I saw that thing years ago, I was like, and that one did not bust my brain. I traveled to Ife to come minister with my mentor. And I saw somebody who was left-handed playing a right-handed bass guitar. So meaning he turned the bass guitar upside down. The bass guitar was supposed to be like this. It's not like this. So when it's playing upside down and it wasn't going up, that was cool. That was creative. So your creative ability is an ability. It can also be used. Now, I said I could draw, I could paint. It can also come into graphics. It can come into branding. It can come into many other things. Like many interesting things. So that is why I'm saying that everybody has a deposit of different talent. The one you should first of all pick is the most consistent one. Which one is the most consistent? Now, to the child that is lying, we will say that he doesn't need that ability in the future. Abi? That's what we say. But like I said here, everything is valuable. Everything is absolutely valuable. That child needs that ability because it is not the lying. Lying is the fruit or the stem. The root of it is creative. And that's why sometimes, like now, when I see anybody that is lying, I just like, you are using this ability the wrong way. It's like somebody who is very good with words. Have you ever seen all those people that they are blessed with linguistic ability? When they speak, you could almost need their mouth because their use of words. Now, that same person should not be using to toast all the girls. You know what they said about what's the name of this man? Error. They said that when he was born speaking, they said this are not the words of a man, they're the words of a God. He posted those people that they're telling no. Yeah, that was their reaction. Like, yeah, my head has blown. This man is a God. He was that good with words. Imagine that kind of a person in Solomon's era. When Solomon had 1,000 women. It was of linguistic ability too. When you read Ecclesiastes, Proverb, Song of Song, you know that guy can toast. Have you read it before? I mean, you have copy posting skin tones. No, you can't. Apple. Look, I have. Let me tell you something. You see that toasting. Let's not go to let's talk about some negative ability that you know. Let's speak flirting. Okay. And I'll tell you that this thing, it's actually a good ability, but it's just used in the wrong way. Who can tell me where flirting? What is the root ability of flirting? You don't know. I'll tell you. Interpersonal relationship. Interpersonal skill. Let's call it interpersonal skill because interpersonal can be communication or relationship. You understand people. Go and check people that flirt very well, that they know how to tie 10,000 women together in one bowl. They know how to do it. They'll just come to you. Cecilia. You know, flat you like your eyes, what container your eyes looks like, yeah. They'll just tell you how you doing. You okay? You look tired. Who they call you? See that? Is this looking at me? Yeah. Because who's that? People they get so tired. The moment they remind you are tired, you go that it's true, I'm tired. I say shit in this world. I am tired. Oh God. Yes, everything all from a whole day rub your head. Remember, this guy is understanding. I lie. He doesn't understand anything. He understands where he's going. You see, it's a good ability, but the use is wrong. Such people can be very, very good at marketing. Indeed, you will die that food. If they grab you. And you don't check these people that have it. They know how to use their eyes very well. They have a shell eyes. You say, because they're very but he went there. No, that's right. They have a shell eye very well. They always need this a shell smile. But always there, it's going to go and paste. And you know that you're going to go and post. But the way they'll enter, you will forget the fact that they are going to go and post you. Because when they move close to you, hi, no, hi. Are you enjoying this event? You first of all, say what was the sleep. Then they now start talking about certain things. Before you know, they have hit one topic that you like. You start laughing, start giggling. Before you know, they exchange number. He's such a nice guy. You are probably saying that they are coming to and post. Now you're not wishing they post. That ability can be found in marketing, sales, and I'm telling you, if you go on, this way in sales, if you are not careful, you think they have feelings for you, but I like they want you to go by the markets. There was a guy that jammed a particular lady who is in business development, and she's very, very good. The way she just been talking to me, oh, hi Divine, how you doing? I just want to check on you. Do you know there's this particular idea that so and so, and the guy was naturally thinking that but this one to be wishing me this well, that this girl like me. So one time he sent her to the office, and the girl just told her, now salesperson, she has a lot in her head. She never see the flower. You know, next thing, can I take you to dinner? If it's good, that one don't see anything there. Next thing, I like you. I like you. I'm about to get married though. just said, I'm about to get married. The girl was like, but the way we used to. He's like, no, I'm just doing my work. No strings attached. Can you see? This ability, highly dangerous. And if you are not careful, if you marry somebody that has this ability, you feel very insecure and jealous around them. Because you think that it's everybody appreciating it. But it's a lie. They're just trying to do what? They are marketing and they are selling stuff. So you can see that you see, the value of God, which is supremacy, has been divided into every human. So everybody is valuable. Everybody and everything is valuable. And this value is what we now call gifts, talents, grace, whatever. It's a deposit. But before you now start going about, start pressing yourself, you need to sit down and ask yourself, which of these gifts, talent, grace, and all those things is very consistent? Once you are able to label it, you'll be able to define yourself. Once you are able to define it, then you cannot talk. How should I use this thing? The usefulness. And that's where you want to go right now. Let's look at usefulness of these abilities inside of us. Now, like I said, if you are able to define an ability, the next thing you need to do is to find out the channel. How do you want to use it? Now, in defining, you must know its consistency, how good you are. Are you good enough? Then you now find the channel or channels. Like we're talking about when it comes to, somebody who has the ability to flirt, we can find them in marketing or sales. Somebody who is very cunning, we can find them in strategy. You see, this thing can then lead you to, more things, such as, marketing and sales. What area in marketing and sales am I actually very, very good at? Because some people, in marketing, they're different. There are people who are brand strategists. There are people who are brand different things. So in defining the career, in defining the profession, in defining the business, you must be able to check all your abilities. So for instance, right now, somebody who has the ability to flirt and can also risk cunning, you can find them in marketing strategy. And if you have the ability to flirt, you must know how to manage people, because there are plenty of people working for you, your emotions. So it means you can become a marketing manager. Because you are managing plenty of people that are flirting. Some ladies, they have said yes to 50 boys already. And they know how to manage all of them. It's in grace. I'm telling you, if you think it's easy, go and try it. They will catch you. In fact, you will not even date so many. It's one and the app, they will catch you. But some people, they know how to. They will post all of them. And all of them will know that we are dating the same game. And some of them are even dating the same area. And they are sharing the same husband. It's an ability. You have the ability to strategically manage a territory. They should make you the regional manager, marketing manager. You see, listen, what we are calling as bad, the usefulness can be good. So once you are able to do a talent or a skill audit, then we can now know the career position, the profession, the business that is very, very relevant and useful to you. Do we have any questions? Hi there, my name is Gabriel Evergreen, and I'm using this opportunity to invite you to a Discover You session with me. I've been teaching you about how to discover your value, find your place in life, and this is the moment whereby I want you to come with me on a simple transformational journey that can show you your talent, your personality, and who you are. Listen, everybody has a value and everything is valuable, but until you discover you'll not be able to actually quantify and actualize that value. This session, you'll be able to see the talent, what you're good at, what you carry. You'll be able to understand your personality, why you think the way you think, why you act the way you act, and you'll be able to know how to channel all this into a career and able to understand the audience that can actually pay you your worth. So sign up right now, and it's going to be an epic journey that will give you a mind shift into what you need.